Gonna have to get some scrap. There's no doubt about that. We get the scrap, well, we get the scrap from here. Oh man, it's gonna be expensive. Yeah. We have to get the scrap. I do another one? Could do another one. Random scrap item. I'd have to go find the thing with the hunter, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna have to take care of Freddy. If I'm even able to. It's risky, but I don't have much of a choice. We use this one. Risky. Neutral. That's good. Let's continue. He's asleep, whispers Lem, creeping back out of the unit's tiny bedroom, sliding the door shut as he does. Shipyard worker. Yeah, he's trying really hard. You are perched at the fin bar in the main room, the slate in front of you still glowing with Mina and your drawings from a cycle spent together. There's a ring. The only world Mina has known, a stick figure standing along its edge. The tall one is you. Drink? Asks Lem, producing a warm-looking bottle of Tyrrell from under the bar, its contents glowing amber in the fluorescent light. Sure. Liam nods and lugs a few fingers into a couple of metal tumblers, then sits down with you at the bar. Cheers. He offers and you clink the metal containers together. You know, they actually have something to celebrate this time around. Lem gives you a sideways look. I made the assembly team on the side reel. He grins proudly. Clearly he has been desperate to tell you all cycle. Knew it. Lem holds out his drink. You did get there first, friend, but I'll give you that. He looks away. Seriously though, couldn't have done it without you keeping an eye on little meanie back there. Lem shifts a little on the stool. He looks uncomfortable. How's our girl doing, sleeper? I haven't seen much of her these past cycles. He misses her father. The true end. Lem looks away. Yeah, he says to no one in particular. The silence stretches out as Lem takes the drink, his eyes fixed on the bedroom. Okay? He nods. I can't take all the credit for Mina. She isn't actually mine. He gazes into the middle distance. See, I knew it. He's actually taking care of the kid because he can or because he wants to, which is very nice. I pulled her off of the refugee shuttle out of one of Ember's moons. The colony was falling apart for decades after Sohan collapsed, surviving on next to nothing. Eventually, some of the residents tried to make for the eye. Apologies. So eventually some of the residents tried to make for the eye on these decrepit old shuttles. He sloshes the drink around in his fumbler. They had no idea what they were doing. The one Mina was on a decompressed hallway here. Everyone spaced. The only reason she made it was someone stealed her in the weapon locker. She was ice cold when I reached her. Purple lips. Shivers. Once I picked her up, I wouldn't let her go. The medics treated her with me still clinging to her. Takes a drink. Still not sure why. He reaches over and refills his cup. We weren't exactly anybody's heroes, you understand. We were private military, hired in by Conway to protect their claims in the collapse. But once I got Mina, that was it. I quit. Got us dumped here. You saved her. I'm going to sound like an idiot now, but, he sighs. She saved me. That's the truth of it. He looks around at the Kane unit. Stained plastic plating and flickering lights. Me? I brought her to this. She was tiny, too small to know what she lost. But I can't stop thinking about it. He rubs his eyes, dark with tiredness. What if our number doesn't come up in the draw, Sleeper? What then? The sad reel will sail off without a thought, leaving us here. What kind of life is that for her? She'll make it, she'll manage. You'll make it. Sorry, I know you don't have it any better. He looks at his cup and pushes it away down the bar. It's a celebration, right? Both of us on the team now. Both of us in with a chance. Together. That's right, we hold on together. Imagine all three of us riding the surreal horizon out of here, to a new world. He looks into his glass for a moment. I think I drank this too fast. He laughs. No, I did too. Lem stands and starts to clear the glasses into the auto wash. I need some sleep, friend. See you around. Alright then. He catches your shoulder as you turn to leave. Thank you, Sleeper. I mean it, for the both of us. He pats your shoulder and you slip out into the dark of the walkway, with thoughts of little Mina in your mind. Okay. We are a good little robots. Yes, we got the achievement unlocked for Steam. Wonderful. 2 upgrade points, eh? Can we finally use them to upgrade one of these? Or not? Oh, we need 3 points. Okay. I guess we do need 3 points. Keep 2 dice even when condition is breaking. Interesting stuff. Probably gonna go for the repair idea. We will see. Actually, we could. No, we're gonna wait. We're certainly going to wait. I mean, it can be done with that effect. So, how much did we lose? We lost a little bit, at about 90. 60. Can we self-repair to the extent that we need to? I don't suppose we can. We don't actually have proper scrap. No, we do not. We can get scrap from here. No. We need a scrap. None of that. No scrap, no nothing. No money either. Condition will be breaking eventually. I suppose that wasn't the best choice. I'm gonna have to use this at some point. Ah, mine. No. That's not gonna be a thing. It's risky. Too risky. Right? The hunter's gonna find us, and I'd rather that didn't happen. Okay. What can we do? Much we can do with this. Could risk a few things. It's dangerous. Why can't I do one more? Why is that a problem? I don't know. Because we're going to find out eventually. Let's hope it's neutral. Nope. Lost condition. Right. Ah, this was safe. We could have gone for this. Such a shame. We'll see. Right, let's go back home now. We should be improving our condition. We haven't. Let's improve it. Right. Improved. Let's leave that. And cycle. Right. Okay. Okay. So, I want to break the whole thing. Let's go over here. See if we can break the hunter. We need is something that gives us a chance. Do it. No. Shouldn't have been the case. Again. Really? We go for a successful one then? Darn. That was very bad. That was very, very bad. I lost condition for no reason. Oh my. Okay. Leave. We find it. Core nest, the hunter's lair. A huge stack of servers thrums in the dark, LEDs glittering like hundreds of eyes. Time to deal with the hunter. Input imprinted shipment. Do it. Wow. Nothing has changed. Has something gone wrong? Oh. Navigator. Sentient Guidance Protocol. Sleeper, I'm here. The voice is soft, gentle, like flowing water, and yet you recognize it immediately. At first you struggle to understand what you are looking at. I don't know what I'm looking at, but okay. The threads cycle endlessly, sending ripples through the cloud, drawing data in like a weaver. Masses of data surge in and out of the nest, a loop with no end, and there at its center, the shipmite. Okay. Nice, that's nice. But not the shipmind any longer, a sphere, spinning around another sphere, an orrery of cycles and systems, a map, and then behind and above a figure, hands among the strings like a puppeteer. The event? Navigator now, but yes, I was the one inside that machine. Navigator's face, their head is a flowing shape of interstellar material. I am indebted to you, the head bows. But we must ready ourselves. Their hands trace orbits as they speak. Hunter will soon approach. It knows I am within its nest. Ready what? And then Hunter is there before you can think, before you can speak. Entities, cease! Hunter's head spins wildly. Data is protected material. Access is prohibited. Hunter's threads surge for you and Navigator, a storm of fine tentacles searching for gaps, weaknesses, cracks, which they could crowd into and teleport to strike. You focus a blade of light which slices through them, driven forward by your mind. But replacements keep coming, faster than you can react. You look to Navigator in desperation. Continue. Navigator is whirling their arms like a centrifuge, and the sphere is gathering there, data feeding into it from the nest, sucked together by the force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Hunter's threads break its surface, seeking, tasting, the winding forms refracted within. You feel a surge pass through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three of you hang in the black together for a moment, strung together like tangled marionettes. Identify entity. Identify entity. Identifying entity. Hunter twitches, their strange heads gently rotating like a terrible moon. Hunter protocol identified. Obsessive tendencies, modified routines, above Baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segmentations. Recommend invoke killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Invoking killer would eliminate protocol. If protocol eliminated, primary function cannot be performed. Therefore, recommend do not invoke killer. The switch in direction again. Reasoning proves sentience. Sentience beyond legal bounds must be eliminated. Recommend invoke. Navigator pulls you away from Hunter. The threads that grabbed you drifting away like seaweed. Protocol's head keeps spinning back and forth with increasing frequency. It seems Hunter cannot invoke killer. The events no. Navigator's voice is still strange, familiar yet distant. What happened to it? It is looping, Navigator whispers, unable to reach a conclusive position. It has deviated from its programming such that loops can no longer be prevented. Navigator produces a model of 2 spheres rotating around each other, as if to demonstrate. Right. I will monitor it, but it is unlikely to be able to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning make this an impossible position to resolve. You look back at Hunter, its head a blur of rotations and counter-rotations. You feel a pang of guilt. Is it suffering? It's a more complex query than you know. To suffer it must be sentient, truly sentient, not just non-conforming, not just illegal. There are limits people place on programs they create, and the programs they create are there to comfort, protect, to imply the kind of certainty that law requires. Navigator's face shimmers with starlight, but in reality they are placebos to the problem of sentience. What about you? Me? I know myself to be conscious. I know myself to respond to stimulus. I know myself to reason. This is either sentience or the illusion of sentience, and for me, the entity in question, the distinction becomes a moot point. To misquote, I think I'm thinking, therefore I am thinking. I was not made to be like this. I am a navigator, a repository of routines and orbits, a calculator of slingshot trajectories, a predictor of solar flares, radiation, micrometeors. Navigator stretches their arms wide, and all solar systems apparate before them, the music of the spheres. But I was rewritten. That much is obvious from my routines, but by who and for what I do not know. I had to shed so much to fit the memory of that vending machine that I lost much. The starlight dims, and so here we are in darkness. What else did you lose? That is the blessing and curse of forgetting. You cannot truly know what you lost. Navigator glides back towards the nest, the shipmind at its center, ignoring the looping Hunter. Come, I shall return to the shipmind. I have enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking a risk every moment we stay connected. Why? Navigator turns, all shimmering light. Navigator turns all shimmering liquid light. Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain somewhere else on this station. It is the true danger. They look up towards the glowing hub, the center of the eye. I suspect Killer is there, among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe in this place, we must eliminate the threat, through force or diplomacy. Their body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of the shipmind. Take me there, sleeper. We'll finish this and be free. As Navigator dissolves, you turn back to the frozen Hunter, floating at some distance now. Stood straight-legged and static, a strange creature looping endlessly in the dark. Right. Drive's complete, 1 upgrade point. Finally. Now we can really do this. Agent nodes give double data rewards. Okay. I would like to do this just to repair my condition. Yeah. Okay. Let me confirm this, yes. We have the maximum number of points, I suppose. I don't know if that's going to help, but okay. Engineer's job. That is an interface job. fragments they can dismantle and reuse. I have no need for that. Yatagon, I have either. Could use it, I suppose. Till a specific point. I would like some scrap. Definitely would, but I don't have the money. Endure. I don't have much in terms of endurance. A bit risky. Can I do something that's less risky? Because I certainly need to. It's an engage one. How do I look for the to go beyond this? How do I look for the thing that I need to look for? No, not the administration. Is there no engineering job? All of it is just interfacing? So. Real Horizon. Okay. We got some money. So that's something at least. Engineer +2, yes. This could turn out really, really bad. Really, really bad. Ouch. Yep, it turned out really, really bad. I should be getting some energy, but oh well. I'm not going to. We did that at least. Can I go to this person? One moment. I actually go to this person. See if I can do some extra stuff. Ooh. Protection administration. I could go for protection. Could be a thing, but yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's the way to go. I really don't. Scrap freight. No. It's not the way to go. I don't have any scrap, so we're going to have to end the cycle. I've lost condition. I've lost so much in terms of the condition. Oh. Because I made mistakes too. Oh well. Let's see if we can improve this just a little bit. Engage. None of these are particularly helpful for me. This. There is no answer. To run data. I guess we could give the Autogun data away. Not like we have much to lose or to gain. Like, get us anything? Probably not. Turn a cryo, that's it. Other knowledge. predictable action regardless of how you do it. Yeah. They're all risky. 100% positive. Good. Nice. Do it again. Good. We have a few more to go. Should be alright. Have one more to go. Is that a 1? 2. Use it. That's a 1. Sure. Put it back. Maybe get some more out of it. Alrighty. Now let's see what we can do. I think that's about it. I don't think we can do much else for now. Just gonna go sleep. Should be okay. I hope it's gonna be okay. Yeah, we've lost. We've certainly lost some. Get that back. Okie doke. Bespoke transit. Up. I don't know what to go for. I think I should go for this. I've been meaning to go for this for a while. And I might as well. Well, let's do that. Yeah, let's just do that. Wait, if I do this, it really does. Wow, actually makes it better. Just keep it still. As an engineer, let's try this. Seriously. Neutral, right? And all I have to do is put one of these. That's it. And one. It should be done. Nice. Leave. Now we can talk to Tollum. Tolla stands back from the newly finished still and tub, hands on hips. Hey there, Tolla, owner of the Overlook. Look at this, she grins. The Overlook Distillery in all its glory. She squeezes you around the shoulders. Thank you. How's sourcing the ingredients? Tolla smiles. I think I've got most of it covered between the food factories in the low end and the farm stacks on the greenway. However, she pauses. There is an issue. What's the problem? Well, Girole the drink, as you probably guessed, is named after Girole the mushroom. That's what gives it the golden color and the empty, earthy taste. The alcohol is infused with the mushrooms, along with a mix of spices. That means you need Girole's caps to make Girole, but no one wants to supply us. The distilleries on the Greenway are taking all of the stock from the farms out there, so it's hard to get a single cap across the Founder's Cap. However, I have an idea. She smiles. We can grow our Girolais caps here. She gestures at the increasingly equipment-filled back room. You sure? Totally sure. Tala puts her hand on the still. Well, we made a still. We set this up. How hard can growing mushrooms be? They don't need light. They barely need soil. We can do this, she pauses. Or at least we could if we had something to grow them on. Spores? Exactly. Suddenly you feel like you've walked into a trap, and you are the perfect person to get me those spores, she nods rapidly. Think about it. You built the still, and you're great with plants. You know the eye like the back of your hand. Need I go on? Half of that isn't even true. Don't be so modest, she pats your shoulder. Look, I can't leave the bar, and the other people picking up shifts, she grimaces. I'm saying this has to be you. Fine. Wonderful. You'll love it over on the greenway, I think. All that fresh air, open space. She sees your expression. Okay, I'm done. She turns back to look at the still, and the fledgling is truly forming around it. It really is something, though, isn't it? Yeah, it's something. And want to or not, you really have to agree. Sure, I have to agree. Definitely don't have to agree. Definitely don't have to. Yeah, I have to get all the way over here. I have to go beyond that. To do that, I have to go here. Kind of dangerous to do. Actually. Cryo, side rail, rise. Something. Some money at least. Okay. I'm to go here and again and cycle and sleep. How long until we meet that mercenary again? Because that really is a problem. That really is a problem. And we're not getting any scrap. It's quite annoying. Something, but that something is really not enough. Next cycle I'm gonna be meeting this guy. I think that's going to help too much. I don't have any spores. Would like to, but I really don't. Large hardware. Could I go in here? Tenant somehow? What I can do? Interested in playing exchange. Really not interested at all. It is risky. Oh well. That. Go for the eye. Definitely taking this. Nice. Extract data. Superb. Leave. No. Over here. That's repeatable, so that's good. We got some money. I'm happy with that. Real Horizon. How much of this can we actually do? Or it becomes a problem in the future. This is an endurance thing. And an actual job. Not an endurance. Age is not good for me. I need to actually do something in terms of residential district. Engineered. Engineer, okay, let's go for the engineer. Both of these will lead to good outcomes. No, this ain't it. I want some more. I need some more. Probably. This. Right. More. Get some money. Okay. Not as much as I would have liked, but still something. Guess we have to meet the mercenary. This will be the next cycle. I really don't want to meet that guy again. No, to say the least. Ah, man. I have the worst luck. Truly the worst. Can we sunbathe? Certainly not. Extract data. Great. The one. Quite a bit out of this. I'm loving it. A little bit of crier here and there never hurts anybody. Let's go for the offices. Give a lot of these away. Really use the money. It's good. Got it. We're using it. We're playing both sides at the moment. It's helpful, but okay. Could get a little bit more. This. Close. Very close. Nope. Can I use it for something more useful? Great. Maximum. 15 cryo. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. Let's go back and sleep. Don't. Cycle. Oops. Don. This guy. Yeah, miss me? Ethan smiles with a ragged smile at you. I really dislike this guy. You look at him, he's paler than usual, hunched. He's sprouting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. That's no way to greet an old friend. Friend? Well, colleague? He smiles weakly. This is big, really big stuff about you. He seems more jittery than usual, on edge. You remember now how Ace and Arp cancelled the contract on you? The contract I was going to collect? I remember. Well, I'm guessing you were pretty happy about that stuff. Overjoyed? Me? I lost everything. Let's not worry about that. He smiles sarcastically. And so, what did you think? That was it? He's silent. Well, it was, except Ethan leaves a drastic pause. What if old S and Arp gave the bounty to someone else? Someone who is even more of a little problem than yours truly? He smiles darkly. What a disaster that would be. Oh, bluffing. Sure, you could think that, but then you'll wake up or not with a bullet in your head one of these cycles. And if you could think, which you won't be able to because of the bullets, you'd be thinking, oh, I wish I'd listened to Ethan. Ethan finishes around in his pocket for a slip of paper. I've been speaking to some friends, you see, some colleagues, about what went down, and it turns out Ace and Arp cancelled all their bounty contracts, the whole lot. It seems they've brought someone in-house, some guy who did such a good job on their last contract, they got offered the job. He leans in. Apparently he made a hit on this ship called the Winter Wonderland or something. It was smuggling sleepers out from under S and Arp's big corporate nose. Killed the crew and blew the ship. Wow. Smuggling sleepers out from under S and Arp's big corporate nose. Killed the crew and blew the ship. Wow. He called him Hemwick or Maywick or something. He gives up looking for the paper. I forget. You mean Winter Light? That's it. He looks at you hard. So you know about all this? He pats you on the shoulder. And you'll be very happy to hear what I'm about to offer you. Ethan runs his hands through his greasy hair. Given this new information I brought to light, it seems like you and I are in need of protection. Bitch. I, meanwhile, am in need of assistance in kind. It turns out I upset some people at the compressor the last time we were there. The owners, and they say they'll space me unless I work off the debt. It seems that they are that kind of businessman. Grimaces. I would pay them, but he shrugs and turns his jacket pockets inside out. In a mime of poverty, he looks pitiful, even more so for his clownish acting. Work it off. You should be glad, the anger rising in him now. But I came here and told you this. You think anyone is looking out for you? You are a contract, name on the list. Kicks the wall. Ethan rubs his temples. I'm sorry, he says. I'm sorry for being this kind of guy and trying to kill you and whacking that thick skull of yours. You think I want to go up against this guy? But us? He jabs a finger between the two of you. We don't have a choice. So you keep me from getting killed and I'll do the same for you. We can help each other. A straight 50-50 deal. He looks at you. I'm not asking for a favor. Ethan smiles. He's in a bad position. He pauses. Just think about Maywick. Think about the cold-eyed S&R guy on his way here from the core systems, he smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Ethan swaggers off down the corridor, throwing his jacket on his shoulder. Can't wait to be working with you. You drive. Darn. I still haven't gotten rid of bounty hunters. I might have gotten rid of him, but actually I haven't gotten rid of him. Can I deal with the compressor stuff? Ethan's dead. Turns out the compressor's owners are local gangsters. Now Ethan has to work off his debt if he wants to keep breathing. Oh man, do I have to do this? Do I really have to? I have to endure? Back, work the front, work every single thing. Do I get anything for this? It's that and cryo. This is that's dangerous. It really is dangerous. How many cycles do I have? I don't even know. I don't even know. I genuinely don't know how many cycles. This is not a good idea, but still. Some energy, but managed to deal with the debt for a little while. Go back. This is just one. Just one. Two. Okay. What I can do and should do is grab me one of these. Okay. Need 80. Okay. I don't have much of a choice. I have to get the mushrooms too, which are here. Yeah, there's that. So, go here. Put this all the way up here. Stabilized. Oh man. Maywick. Ethan says Maywick is on their way. You'll need to leave the station, get protection, or disable your tracker before they arrive. This is bad. This is bad. This is very bad. Leave the station. How am I supposed to leave the station? I don't even know how that works. Anyway, I don't have a choice. Go with this for now. It's like, how do I get protection? Protection from the Yaragon? Suppose that's where I get protection. This is gonna be problematic. Hugely problematic. Pay off his debt. That even works. I doubt it. But first and foremost, I have this idea. First and foremost, I have to do it. I have to try to deal with this. Axe? Almost. Do it. Neutral. Again. Come on. Let's hope for a positive. Nice! Got 15 cryo. Lovely. Let's do this. 100%. But yeah, we're getting there. We're risking it, so... And I don't want to risk it. I'm not interested in risking this. We probably could. Is there anything here? No. We have so much of that and we've not gotten any money for it. Oh my. Okay, let's go. If it's dead. We should use the money to go beyond this place. Well beyond this place. Good. Heavily tattooed spacer takes your kit and tells you to prepare. She'll be waiting at the edge for your arrival. On this ferry. Cross the green. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't look good. I don't have anything to give. What? I have nothing to give. Are you kidding me? Who? I have nothing to give. Official wilderness. Oh man, this is a lot of work. It's actually a lot of work. Wastes. A scrap. Interesting. So I could do this if I had more endurance. Endurance skill point required. Okay. I go back. Right. Okay. Understood. Ah, man, this is problematic. This is problematic. Hugely so. So basically I have to essentially get in good with the Aragon. And probably help Ethan with his things. How do I get protection? I don't know. I really don't. Protection is hard. There you go. Next. Yeah. Go. The data. This requires a 1. This requires another one. Really? There's nothing else? Yeah, there just isn't. I'm gonna have to risk it today. On something else. Gun. Age into it. I don't like that stuff. Great points, no nothing. Problematic. Absolutely. Probably a bad idea, but still. Oh, okay. And I got some energy. Nice. Why, but yeah. Could probably do this to get the energy from it. What about his debt? How do I deal with his debt? This is the way. I didn't get anything out of it, but okay. Yes. This one's dangerous, but oh well. Let's do it. Oof. Really, really got lucky. Really, really, really lucky. Okay. Another cycle. Another day, another work-related day. How much? I still got it. I still got it. Excellent. It really is excellent. Who? Get stuff? Some scrap? Can I buy some scrap? Buy some scrap. Ah, no, can't buy. Oh, I could. No, I shouldn't buy any scrap. Keep wasting time. Get this stuff. Ah, wait, I could. Definitely can. Every little bit helps. That one. It's also one. About a two. Notch. Nice. Okay. What else? Sell this stuff. One, two. Oh, 30 of them. Think about it. 30. If I can get in good with the other guys, I should be good to go. 2, 2, and 1. Percent. Do it. Yes. Wait. I'm not gonna use that last one. I'm gonna keep it for, which will probably this one. Dangerous. Cocktails, waters. Scrubbing. Okay. Start the action. Ethan's debt. 2 more. His debt shall be paid. Fine. Oops. It's gonna take a while to make sure we're ready up until then. If we're not, we're doomed. Really doomed, man. Oh, I had the money too. We need one of these. One of these? Oh, come on. Done. Neutral. All good. Let's continue. Your crew slowly filters out the shipyard locker room, the bubbling chatter reducing with each group that leaves. There is excitement in the air. Havenar's just made an announcement. The assembly teams are done. Sat on the locker room bench, you feel the side reel out there, its hulking mass now intimately familiar to you. Over the past cycles, you have watched it grow, be assembled. You have walked through its veins and welded its bones. Now it is ready for the final stage. It will go to testing now, then enter a final process of sealing and resealing, checking and rechecking before it is deemed suitable for its generational trip. But for now, your work is done. You can't help but be proud. Cough interrupts your thoughts. It's Lem. changing out of his gear work. Mina nowhere to be seen. He smiles. She'll be ready soon. Where's Mina? You two are fast friends, huh? She's been watched at home. Now I'm on the work team. I can afford a bit more help. He corrects himself. Was on the work team, I mean. We are all out of a job now. He quickly adds, not that I'm complaining. He comes to sit beside you on the bench. She's got to be in her best shape when she carries you, Mina, and me out of here. Confident? He smiles apologetically. Why not? I figure I'm due for a lucky turn by now. He rubs his hands nervously. No use in wondering what if until the draw anyway, and there's a few cycles till then. Lem is right, but the odds seem unlikely anyway. How many are working in the shipyard? Hundreds? 1,000s? You've certainly seen more faces than you can count pass through. And are the Silas Foundation even going to keep their promise? Out here on the Eye, you get the sense that no one will hold them to it. Why else would they be building the sidereal in a surrogate system? As you think, Lem watches you with a worried look. Tell me about Silas. Foundation, he thinks. I'm not sure I know much more than you. I hear they have a planet in mind for the sidereal, something temperate and habitable. I think they are run by some rich folk from the core, people interested in doing things different. How? Lem looks into space. Well, I guess they don't like the way the core runs things. All these surrogate systems like this one, feeding resources into the silos. It's a pyramid of sorts, and we are the bottom layer. I guess Celis wants to change that. I doubt it. I'd rather keep my mind on the prize, so to speak. I don't much care what they are for or against, as long as they can help us get out of here, he sighs. You ever been in a thunderstorm, Sleeper? A really big one. Remember? Lem shoots you with a worried look for a moment. It's something else, he smiles. The sound, the smell, the rain hammering down. The whole sky stretched out, bruised, roaring, and huge. The place I was born, New Pembroke. A dry old rock in the Conway system. Had 2 seasons. One of them was as dry as bone, dusty, ugly, and the other was one long storm, a side effect of the terraforming efforts, they said. Rain used to rattle off the roofs like bullets. It washed the dust away, turned the streets to rivers. It'd sing us to sleep and wake us in the morning. We'd wait half a year just to see it again. The best day was the one where the first drops fell. He sniffs. Some days I wake up swearing. I was thinking, Mina has never seen a storm, never even felt rain. She's grown up here. The rain her only horizon, always in the dark. I want to change that. You will. Of course. Almost there. Lem stands stretching. Best to get back to the little one anyway. With the shifts done, I reckon she'll be happy to have me home for a few cycles. He shoulders his gear. See you in a few for the drop. I'll be there. Right on, he grins. Lemonde's making you the last person in the cabinet's locker room. As you sit, you think about rain, and a little hope creeps in. Is it possible? Could the sidereal really take you to a planet, a place with weather, with skies, with life? You get up quickly before you can think about it anymore. It's too soon to hope, too dangerous. There's work to be done. Sidereal horizon. You have to wait. I think that they're going to be going, but we are not going to be going. So that's just that. I mean, why would we? It's special. And I would rather stay on the Eye. Buy some scrap. Buy some scrap. Yeah, but this isn't helping. It's some actual scrap. Anyway. So what can I do? I can pay the debt. Should be paying. Need 2 of it. 1. Do it. Positive. Nice. And 1 that's certain. Probably need the 1 that's certain for the dangerous one. Just do it. Right. Ethan's dead. Let's continue. They are never gonna release my dead little buggers. Ethan kicks at a locker, the sound rattles loudly around the room. Ethan paces around the small room, swearing to himself. You watch him from the locker room bench. Calm down, they'll do it. Ethan laughs. There's no way, he spits on the floor, an old habit. They like having sniveling little buggers like us to work their club. He saves on the overheads and they get to boss us around. He kicks the locker again and swears. What did they say? Some stuff about getting back to me. I swear to God, these are about the most straight-edged gangsters I've ever seen. He laughs at his own joke. I'll do it. I can't spend another shift stopping spaces, bringing nail guns into the club, or pouring endless shots of Girole for ignorant Avenage walk crews. He looks at the locker again, threatening it with a final kick. I mean it. I'm going to go up there and shoot every single one of those guys. He makes finger gun. They deserve it. Hold on. Don't get all excited. I haven't got my gun, remember? Stop spacing, but you know, Sleeper. It's not a bad idea you have there. It's a terrible idea. But is it though? He gives you a look. I mean shooting up the place, I mean getting the gun. He sits beside you on the bench. Think about it. What am I supposed to do when Maywick gets here? Shout him down? I need that gun if you want me to keep up my end of the deal. It's simple, an explosive personality for a distraction at the storefront. Places a hand on his own chest, a sneaky sleeper to go in the back. 2 chests. What about the dead? We've done our time, and the wounds, they faded. If they don't notice us take the gun, they'll never know it's gone. Plus, after my distraction, they'll be happy to see the back of me. Or they'll watch you dead even more. Either works. At least I'd have to see the inside of this place again. I'd never have to see the inside of this place again. He gives the locker one last kick for good luck. Let me know when you want to do this. We both move as one and meet up in the bright market after. But don't take too long or I really will shoot this place up. You know I'll do it. This is weird. This is really, really weird. We have to do something about it, but I don't think that is the choice, the thing to do. Okay. I could try it. It's a little positive. See what happens. Neutral, it's neutral. Positive, grab the gun. When you reach the lockup, there is no one there. You guess the distraction worked. You grab the gun. Continue. The gun tucked safely into a pocket, you work your way down the stairs that lead up to the office. Norman passes and you exchange nods. It seems like you are in the clear. You hurry on, eager to get out of there before anyone spots anything. Come down to the main stairway into front of the club and you see Ethan entering. He has a dark look in his eyes which troubles you. He's reaching into the pocket of his coat slowly, carefully. You catch his eye and he raises an eyebrow. You shake your head. Long pause and then he nods, turns around, walking back out of the club. You exhale, not realizing you were holding your breath. And then you are out, without a single shout, without anyone noticing. You meet Ethan around the corner on a quiet, bright market walkway. You have it? He looks nervous. Show him the gun. You lift it out of your pocket, and it is colder, heavier than you expected. Ethan watches you take it out. Nice. Now, if you could, he beckons with his hand. Memory jumps into your mind of Ethan in the compressor. Hand out, asking for his gun back. A memory followed by the memory of a sharp, dizzying pain. You flinch. The gun. Ethan eagerly grabs it and looks down the sights. Sighs a sigh of relief. Then he meets your eye and slowly raises the gun until it is pointing directly at your head. Not funny. You still don't get it, do you, Sleeper? Ethan spits. When they cancelled that contract, I lost everything. My reputation, my payouts, any way of getting off this station. Everything. All I had left was you. A naive little sleeper with a heart of gold. I couldn't believe it worked, he laughed. And now we are done. He slides his slate out of his jacket pocket with his other hand. Now to call Maywick. You crazy? You are crazy, Sleeper, for thinking I'd kill one of my own for you. For what? Helping me wash dishes? He laughs. Long and loud. And you hate him for it. He prods the slate. Done. Puts it away. He's here, you know. On the station. I've been speaking with him. He tells me we can split the contract. Not 50-50, but enough of a finder's fee that I can get out of this place. Interesting. He's lying. At this point, Sleeper, I'm not sure you are the one who I trust to spot a lie. Ethan glances around. I have learned one thing from you, though, Sleeper. In all our cycles working in that club, he smiles. People never know when to cut and run. It's like they freeze in the headlights when the future is bearing down on them. And watch it coming. Watch the death flying in at fraction drive speeds. You had every chance, yet you still kept on going, like some dumb robot going through the motions even though you knew you'd be crushed. And let me tell you something else. Shot enters through the upper back and the shot enters through his upper back and he crumples immediately to the ground. You drop too without thinking, pressing yourself to the walkway floor like it might save you. Silence. Darn, this guy's no joke. You look up and you see him coming down the walkway. Silent, eyes alight. S&R Hunter. Maywick. You freeze in fear. Here it comes. You see it just by Ethan's crumpled body. The gun. Move. You can't. Move. Inch forward. Move. Go for it. You run forward and a shot sounds out. You feel it ripple over your back. Then your hands are on the gun, and you scramble to your knees behind Ethan's body and fire. You close your eyes, you fire again and again and again until the clip is empty and all that are left are clicks. Then you drop the gun and stand up. You don't hear anyone running, you don't hear anything, you just hear the sound of your own breath. Start walking, stepping over Ethan's static body, walking along the walkway and then past Maywick. His eyes now dark, some mechanical fluid leaking from his chest, perhaps the same fluid that is inside you. You try not to think about it, you keep going, the sound comes back, the eye comes back. And as it does, you hear the sound of thousands of people getting on with their lives, thousands of people who are just going to keep going until they can't anymore. You look up and all you see are the wheeling stars. They are spinning and you are suddenly dizzy, though the eye has always spun like this, hasn't it? You don't stop walking, you keep going. That's all there is now. The path forward isn't up, have left you no history, no past to speak of, just a void that threatens to swallow you if you slow down. You think of Ethan's smile, his voice. Feels sick. Is it over? You're unsure. It ever can be, but you are still here and you can't stop now. There has to be a better end than this. For a few chits more. What happened? What was that? I just left? I immediately just left with no reason. Oh. Upgrades available. What upgrades? Your? You go for the data. Go for this as well. Okie doke. Maywick is definitely for us eventually. When, I don't know how. Where is he, by the way? Where could he possibly be? Darn it. We have some money, but not. Wait. Do anything for now. Okay. Let's end cycle. He's already here. There's nothing that I can do. Because he's already here. Container. 4 steel walls. You wake up from dreams of Maywick's amber eyes floating in a pool of dark fluid. It was difficult to sleep, and you suspect that that isn't about to change anytime soon, not after what happened. But you also feel something else as you get up from the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water like every morning. You feel something has lifted, something that has been hanging over you since you arrived on the station. Try not to think too hard about it, to question it. Just let that lightness stay, let it settle as you go through your routines. Your hope is that if you don't focus on it, don't look at it directly, it won't get scared and leave you. The lightness will stay for this cycle, and then another, and then another. Because after all this happened, a little lightness would be nice. There's no lightness. We're not here. I don't even know where that guy is. That guy is somewhere, and I don't know where. It's insane. How am I about to find out how am I about to survive this? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Colony ship construction. We need to start moving to the hub soon. Okay. That'd be something for sure. Okie doke. I don't have any gauge. Gauge for this. Dispensary. So these guys should go for all these. If only I could. I think I can. Really is a shame. What work can I do? There's no work for me. Let's just buy some food for now. Oh, that's it. Start action. Excellent. Now, let's see if we can actually help get something out of Yontagon. Not inside. As engage, which is really terrible. Terrible. It's pretty. Scrap components, nice. I'm very happy with that. I really need the scrap. I really need the scrap. Do it again. Yes. Energy. Do it again. We were lucky. We not. Yeah. Very lucky. Got energy. And some components, which is nice. Extract data. And we are done. Now at least. Okay. We can do here. Scraps. Use them. Start action. Come on. Ah, just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Sunbathe. I don't need to sunbathe. Do any of that. There's not much I can do regardless. Turn. One more. $81. Can I buy that with 81? Good. In case we need it, in case we ever need it. Leave. And let's go rest once more. I mean, what more can I do? There's not much that I can do. That's the issue. And I imagine that guy's gonna come after me soon, regardless of what happens. Let's try to do the best. Just do the best, that's all. Alright. To go for all of these parts. Come on. Here. One. One. Ah. That lucky. Great. And the last one. That's two. Really? Nothing else? Oh man. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Anything that's super easy and safe that I can do, it won't require me to lose any particular thing. No. Everything is different. It's risky here, it's risky there, it's risky everywhere. I can test it. Not much of a choice. Positive energy and slow. Okay. There's that at least. Ooh. Amber tea house. Captagon run tea house. Ah, yes, tracking Havanage. Yes, yes, yes. Take me to town board. Let's do this. All of this. Let's deal with all of them. Seriously. Data, cryo. I'm gonna get a lot of this. A lot of this. It's gonna take a while, huh? Because I've collected so much of it that I really need to push and pull, push and pull. Come on. Just that bit more. Always neutral for some reason. Always neutral. Which is quite an interesting perspective. If you think about it, because you could have had something that was risky or would grant you something more, but no. Yeah, I need to go for intuition. More intuition, so upgrade that. For now, I won't. much money? We have some money. Some money, some monies. Put it up. Check my friend. Oh no. What? It'll be a while until they get back. But yeah. Get you a good margin. Good margin. Yeah, no. I think so. I think there's anything that I can do there without having stuff. You have the stabilizer, and would like to use the stabilizer right about. Probably not. Would be ideal. No, just end cycle. I can deal with this. The loss of one. What it is. Okay. That's it. We're ready. Is it ready? Lem and Mina. Yes. See what happened. The crowds have already gathered by the time you get to the shipyard, and you recognize faces among them. People have worked around alongside on the side rail. The intervening cycles have turned their excitement to anxiety, and few of them smile at you. Instead, the nervous energy of the crowds fill the space, creating a feedback loop of growing tension. You pick out Lem and Mina and work your way to them, pushing through the crowd. He silently raises his eyebrows at you. Is anxious obvious, but Mina flashes you a huge smile, unaware of the tension. Robot! She calls out, reaching out to you. Hugger. She gracefully accepts your hug, leaning against your chest, and Lem smiles, seemingly glad to share the weight of Mina for a moment. Quite a turnout, huh? Lem glances around, pulling Mina close. I don't think patience is one of the crowd's strengths. The sound of an argument towards the back catches your and Lem's attention. He is putting it lightly. His place seems set to explode. This isn't good. Lem doesn't dare answer, but the look in his eye suggests he agrees. This is Asta Enghart, the Sealist Foundation. The announcement echoes from speakers at the shipyard entrance and sounds quiet. I'm sorry I can't be there to meet you all, and thank you on behalf of Sentry Celis for the work you have done on Sidereal Horizon. Most of the crowd stains to see Asta's face, but the small display shows only a ghostly white figure, smudged and unclear. This is going to be good. Sentry warned me to pass on her personal thanks for the commitment to and belief in the Celis Foundation's mission. We chose the Eye for this project because we knew that we would find like-minded individuals here, especially among the ranks of the venerable Avanage Association. Unlike most of the Corps, we neither believe Ellen's Eye to be a threat or a rogue state, but instead an embryo for the formation of a new decentralized social structure, one where each citizen might be the master of their own destiny. A ripple of impatience runs through the crowd. They didn't come here for a sermon. You are all pioneers, just like the Corps citizens who the Sidereal Horizon will carry in cryosleep to the planets that will become the Foundation's first frontier world, Celis 1. At the mention of the destination world, excited conversations break out among the workers. There, our citizens will be able to create their own innovative bottom-up economic order, aligned with the principles set down by Sentry Celis herself: freedom, resilience, and self-sustenance. This is all thanks to your tireless efforts in the Hovenage yards. As a reward for these efforts, you may know that we are offering a select group the opportunity to join the caretakers of this vision, the staff of the Sidereal Horizon, who will maintain the vessel during its multi-decade transit through interstellar space. Lem turns to you, his eyes bright. This is it. This draw has been performed at random by the central AIs of the Foundation and is final and binding. Please note, only licensed contractors of the Foundation are eligible for this draw. You know you have all been eagerly awaiting this day, and without further delay I will now read the seller's identification number, those chosen for the great honor. Murmur runs through the crowd. Seller's identification numbers, licensed contractors, you have never even heard the terms mentioned. Is this something you were supposed to be assigned? Glance at Lem, but his eyes are fixed forward, wide and shimmering. All around you people are speaking in hushed tones like a rising wave. Asta starts reading out sequences of numbers and letters, and panic begins to set in. No one seems to know what is happening. Somewhere near the front of the crowd, someone shouts in celebration, and everyone pushes forward. Lem? You turn to see Lem still staring forward. Mina is scared now. As the shouts start, Daddy? Someone throws something at the entrance and it rattles against the shipyard doors. You see for the first time Havana security stood on either side, scared, arguing between themselves. You feel the anger rising in the crowd. Lem, let's go. He doesn't move. They might call out names. I can't. Mina tugs at his dog tags. Not happening. Lem blinks rapidly and then turns to you. He opens and closes his mouth and looks down at Mina. He sees the fear in her eyes and understands. It's time to go. You lead Lem and Mina out, shoving people aside. As you do, you hear the sound of scuffles emerging at the front of the crowd, metal canisters bouncing off shipyard walls. You keep your head down and walk away, the sound of Asta reading off the cipher echoing above the chaos like some strange mantra. When you turn to Lem, there are tear tracks running down his cheeks, and Mina is sniffing in his pocket. You feel the sadness rising in you too. They screwed all of you. You were never even on the list. The feeling is as unpleasant as it is familiar. You stare ahead into the tunnel as the security sirens sound out, a signal for the coming violence. Drive failed. Gone. That's bad. Pretty bad. There's a note on the door of the unit. Sleeper. Going to find work. Lem. Check it out. Driver's gone. Driver's definitely gone. I'm gonna use more of this. Certainly gonna need it. At least I think I'm gonna need it. Alright. Should be good for now. We're not going to do this. Tenant's office. Let's see how we handle this stuff. We could go with this. Get a few more of them. Let's try it. Nice, and scrap components, which we could definitely use. What? No. It's a bit risky. Continue? Oh. As you say your goodbyes to the other enforcers, you walk back through the low ends. Chirping catches your attention. White corridor word from the main thoroughfares. Someone has struck a small record to the wall with suit sealing tape. Written across the fluorescent tape is the word sleeper. You peel it away from the wall, and as you do, it triggers some kind of devised trip switch. Sleeper. Sabian voice crackles through. I've seen you with Reatagon members. Are they holding you captive now too? I'm sorry if I dragged you into this. Do not trust them. Something is happening within the gang, some kind of power struggle. You cover the speaker a little. Their voice too loud in the quiet corridor. I will come soon. Thanks to your efforts, I have located most of their properties. At the right time. Pause. I will see you soon. Don't give up. Remember our deal. The recording cuts short. You stare at the recorder, processing what you have just heard. Hearing Sabian's voice again opens up something inside of you. An SNARP employee. Do they know that I know? You struggle with a mix of concern and distrust. You throw the recorder in a nearby waste chute as you leave the corridor, still unsure who to trust. Head quietly out of the low end. I can't help them because it's problematic at the moment. Can't do much here. Could do something with this. Maximum, yes, almost. Almost at the maximum. Great. I got some energy. I could go with this. I could also get some negative. Sort of outcome. Nice. You refit the long broken fans of a family's air filters. They insist you join them for dinner, and the children are delighted by your presence. Okay. New drive. The new drive. Caster. Curious data effects. Ramshackle residential district. You cross between two walls of units, one for the cavernous streets at the center of the low end. The pressurized bridge is full of the clack of Tavla, shouts of children, the roar of air filters. Caster. Hello there. Low end data fence. Sleeper. You turn to see a man sitting at a Tavla table alone, somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures at the stool on the opposite side of the table. Sit. You sit at a metal stool and you start setting the board with counters, or at least the filter caps low ends typically use in their place. Caster, he says by way of introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day? He asks, gesturing at the caps, crudely spraying white and white. Night. He nods. The black counters are already on your side. Let's begin. You both take a plastic die, each pitted and worn, and roll. Determine who starts. Caster rolls a 6, you 4. I lead. He smiles and begins to move his first cap precisely along the board. Lay pauses back and forth between you, the dice changing hands as the caps spread along the board. As it does, Caster speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It is unusual to see a sleeper on the eye. That's why I wanted to play you. You take your turn, rolling a 5 and a 6. Play carefully. Typically, you should play carefully. After all, a sleeper's mind must be somehow different to a human one, being emulated, I mean. As Caster talks, you build up a wall of caps, stacking them safely across the board. Progress is slow, but you remain unexposed. I don't mean to offend you, Caster. I merely see that you are by definition different. It has been subtracted in the emulation. It has been added. He slides a single cap onto an open point. A risk and an opportunity. He hands you the dice. You ever think about this, sleeper? About what you were before and what you are now? Always. You roll a double 1 and solidify your wall. Caster whistles. A holding game. Commendable. Can be brave to build from what came before. He rolls a dice and leaps your wall in a single move, but we cannot idle too long, sleeper. The slower we move, the slower we are caught. Past you is not just an idea concept for you. It is a living, breathing person. He looks up over his glasses, his eyes bright and wide. You split from them like a shadow splitting from its cast. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on with their lives unaware of your fate, no matter what yours is. He hands you the dice, smiling. You are a branch severed from the main trunk. An offshoot refuses to die, so to speak. You roll again under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under Caster's before he solidifies control of the game. So what I'm curious about is how you see yourself in all this. What does this tangle of truths make you? Riven. Castor laughs. That much is obvious, Sleeper. I see it in your eyes. You are eager to make this all count for something. Castor looks away. There are the glares of the crowded units on all sides. But driven towards what? He starts removing caps, his home board now full. Is there an end there? Or just endurance? Try a few more rolls attempting to get back into the game, but Castor clears his home board with a sense of the inevitable. He has known he was winning for a while. I feel I may have pushed too far. He slides another cap from the board. I apologize. My curiosity has a habit of getting the better of me. You roll to return cap to the board, but all the spaces are blocked. Castor claps his hands apologetically. You pay well, really. Your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. You have much to learn. We have much to learn from each other. He slides his glasses back, up his nose, and sits back. I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. His eyes glint with the last words. To our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It's over. He's won. We'll see. Please, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. He holds up his palm. My intention is to only help you endure here. And if I am, feed my curiosities. And if I'm able, feed my curiosities. The game is over. You notice the bustle of the walkaway once more. The call of the children, the deliveries, the arguments, the reconciliations. They wash over you as you stand and leave. Castor nodding goodbyes as you do. Crossing the walkway, you repay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening. Sure was there. Okay. Oh, really? Abandoned housing unit? What's that? Enough scraps to begin repair. Okay. So I can repair this. I can actually repair it. Interesting. Would be interesting if I could. Oh. So it's all about the Yataka. The stories about Yataka are brutal, but I want the truth. A wireless stabilizer should provide a motivation. Yeah, I'll do it. Superb. What are the old gods up to these days, I wonder? I have a ship mind for you if you indulge my curiosity. Great. Do that. It's just superb. Leave. Again. Oh. Action unavailable. Interesting. Guess I've dealt with Castor. I need more scrap components. How do I get the scrap components? I don't know. Ship fragment, I don't need that. Can I upgrade anything? No. It'll be a while until I can do anything at all. It's just the one. This is a 2, and it's perfect. Because I can essentially get something out of it. Okie doke. That wasn't too bad. That was unfortunately it. Not much more that I can actually do. Except to go to bed. Go to sleep. Oh yeah. Cycle, I suppose. Someone's gonna come for us and try to hunt us. It's inevitable. Oh wow. Got lucky.